In today's show, I'm looking ahead to Sunday. Whatever shit show is going to happen there. Michael Bolton.
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy Basketball, your daily fantasy basketball podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd and I am the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com and at Yahoo Sports Australia. And you can find me on Twitter, as always, at redrock_bball and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. This is the last one of these shows for the regular season. Don't worry, there's going to be still lots of shows going on throughout the off-season. Probably have tomorrow off, but after that we'll go through and we'll do lots of interesting things across the off-season, so stick around. But what we're going to do today, as much as I can, is look at ways in Yahoo points leagues, ESPN points leagues, and category leagues, guys that you can stream in. Now, there is still so much unknown about how the rotations are going to shake out, so I'm going to do my best to figure it out. There are teams that aren't listing players as out, which I'd be absolutely stunned if they actually played, but who knows how that all works. I'm looking at you, Philadelphia. I'm looking at you, the Clippers. I'm looking at you, the Nuggets. Yeah, you are not listing your guys as out when there's absolutely no reason these guys should be playing. So we'll see how that all plays out and how it works out for your team in terms of stream. But you're going to have so much weird stuff go on. If you want to see something weird, which is weird for this channel, go and check a video we did yesterday. Me and Ben recorded an unboxing video for some sneakers. Adidas Flaming Mo's Jordan 11 Retro Low Legend Blues, as well as a bonus Jordan 11 Bright Citruses in there as well. So check out that. If you are into sneakers, check out that video that we did yesterday. But let's talk about the games on Sunday. Go. All right, let's talk about Yahoo points leagues and guys that we can stream in here. Kenyon Martin Jr., the most obvious one. I don't know why he's still available, but if he is still available in your league, an absolutely must-roster player. Nick Claxton, we're finally seeing it. The last two games, Claxo is putting up the numbers that we've seen, that I've known he can do. I'll just be frustrated with Nash. Like, give him the minutes. The minutes are here. The production is here. Yeah, I'm in on it. I don't think that Irving, Durant, and Harden will play for Brooklyn on Sunday. We know the Raptors are sitting everyone, so Freddie Gillespie is going to have a pretty large role. I don't imagine Chris Boucher makes a surprise appearance, so Gillespie's a strong ad. Malachi Flynn and Kem Birch, some really solid Raptors additions for Sunday if they aren't already rostered. But going by Yahoo's numbers, they're available in over 50% of leagues. Doesn't mean they're available in yours, but if they are, go and add them because they can have a big impact for you. For ESPN points leagues, some similar names here: Claxton, Flynn, Birch, Gillespie. A guy who is available, though, on ESPN is Kyra Lewis. Now, I don't know what the Pelicans are going to do. They started Eric Bledsoe last game. I don't know why, but they played him only 16 minutes. I think they just need to see Lewis and Alexander Walker out there together. There's no Lonzo, there's no Zion, there's no Ingram, there's no Adams. Get rid of Bledsoe. Start Lewis, start Alexander Walker. But regardless, I think Kyra is going to get 25 plus. I just like to see him get 35 plus in that situation next to Alexander Walker. So keep an eye on that scenario. For category leagues, points streamers. Luke Kennard's an interesting one. The Clippers aren't listing Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley as resting. There is no reason for those guys to be playing on Sunday. Yes, they can still lock in the 3 seed. I don't think they particularly want the 3 seed. I think they'd much prefer to have the 4 seed, to be fair. And resting those guys is going to be... And the fact that they rested them all in their last game and played Luke Kennard and Jay Scrubb 40 minutes, then there's no reason to go, okay, we've got one more left. We might as well get the big guys back in. There's no need for that. It could happen. Stupid things happen in the NBA with rotations and injury decisions all the time. But yeah, I would be surprised if we got big minutes out of George and Leonard. So Luke Kennard's an option. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, we talked about him already. He's locked into some pretty big minutes. Armani Brooks for the Houston Rockets. He's going to get some big minutes and some good scoring. Josh Jackson with a bunch of guys out. Now, they have listed, unbelievably, Corey Joseph as questionable. I imagine it's just so they can fulfill the minimum required players. If Joseph plays, I will absolutely tear him apart. And then Jalen Harris should get some really big run once more in Toronto. For three, some similar names there. Brooks, Kennard, Alexander Walker on the list there also. I would be looking at Landry Shamet in Brooklyn. With the likelihood that Harden and Irving are out, Shamet can help you there. And then Georgie Niang can hit some threes in Utah. And I think Conley, even though he will play, will be on a pretty limited role in this one. For rebounds, Gillespie we talked about in Toronto already. I don't imagine that Steven Adams plays, so Billy Hernan-Gomez can be a double-digit rebound player. Cody Zeller started for Charlotte on Saturday. They are in a must-win game against Washington. The winner gets the 8th seed, so they're going to play big minutes to their starters. One of only very few teams who are going to go full out. It's them, it's Washington, it's Golden State, and Memphis. They're going to be playing shit tons of minutes to their guys. So Zeller's in play. Looney's in play for that same reason there as well. While Nick Claxton, once again, is a pretty solid streaming option. For assists, Killian Hayes. I hope he gets 36 minutes again. If Corey Joseph comes in and plays more minutes than Killian Hayes, I will lose my shit. I don't think it's going to happen, but Hayes is a good option there. Malachi Flynn, great assist guy. Kyra Lewis, we talked about. Mike James in Brooklyn. Again, Harden and Irving unlikely to play, so James can be that guy. And then Yogi Ferrell is there just if they do sit Reggie Jackson, who's dealing with some knee issues, Patrick Beverley, who's constantly got injuries, Leonard and George. Again, I don't see why these guys would play, so Ferrell could be a 30-minute-a-night guy. He could also not play at all if they do the wrong thing and play those guys. For steals, Flynn. Bembry in Toronto, really good. He's a good assist guy too, but a good steals player. Alexander Walker, Stan Johnson in Toronto. He's going to get 30-plus minutes. And then Kyra Lewis, another pretty good steals option. For blocks, we're looking at Claxton, Gillespie, the Cornetto. Luke Cornett started for Boston. They have zero reason to return Tristan Thompson or Rob Williams. I don't know why they even played Jason Tatum today, but Tatum, Walker, Smart, Williams, Thompson, Fournier, I don't think any of those guys should be playing on Sunday, so Cornett's an option. Your mate, the Dart, Goga Badadze.
Problem with my Gogo-mobile. Gogo-mobile? No, not the Dart. Not the Dart.
Haha, not the Dart indeed. Last game on Saturday, Domantas Sabonis was out, so Goga started, blocked 4 shots. This is what he does. And if he has an efficient night, he could easily have a 17-10 game with 4 blocks. Like, easily. And 2 threes. Love him. And then Damian Jones with Bagley, with Holmes, with all those guys out. Jones is going to start. He could block 4 shots pretty easily there as well. Streaming in blocks is a very easy proposition on Sunday. For field goal percentage, some same names. Nick Claxton, Damian Jones. Look to Detroit with Jahlil Okafor because Alf Stewart is out again.
Is that you, Mr. Stewart?
Well, who the hell else do you think it'd be? Get in here, you pair of flaming galahs.
So it'll be Jahlil Okafor and Tyler Cook playing the center minutes. Cody Zeller in Charlotte and then Jackson Hayes in New Orleans. And for free throws, DJ Augustin, Jordan Poole, even though his production won't be as high as last game. Shake Milton, Dwayne the Shart Bacon, shout out to the Shart who went 0 of 11 last game, and Alec Burks, who Tom Thibodeau is pumping the minutes right into. Guys, this is literally the last video that I'm doing for the NBA regular season 2020-2021. There are plenty of videos coming. We are going to do recaps on what I got right, what I got wrong, team reviews, NBA draft stuff, fun things all across. But this is the last video of games in the regular season. So, I hope you've enjoyed the season. I hope you've enjoyed everything about this channel, these videos, these shows, my content, your fantasy team. I hope you had success. Don't forget, if you are following along on Apple Podcasts, go and hit follow. Do it on Stitcher, do it on Spotify, do it on Odyssey as well, do it on Google Podcasts also, but on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe, and drop your comments down below, guys. We are done here. Thank you so much for listening all season, everyone. See ya.